Good morning. Welcome once again to Presence of Light with Charlie Riverman Bergeron. It's always a joy to be here on Humanity Healing with you. And my apologies for not being here last week as the beginning of the year. But I felt that it was necessary to take that break, to create that pause. And that pause has brought me here today with today's topic, the gateway of appreciation. And as I begin, I want to thank each and every one of you for listening, for being a part of Humanity Healing, and knowing that all of us together are part of this beautiful, amazing, alive heartbeat. A heartbeat that is not seen and not heard by each of us individually like our own, but Humanity Healing as a collective of all of our hearts is a heartbeat that is present right now in the world and has the potential to do and be the changers, the catalysts for a more cohesive and loving planet. And I say that with deepest respect for the founders of Humanity Healing. And I want to begin my talk by saying thank you. Thank you from deep within my heart, my global heart, for the years that you have put in to guide us, to encourage us, to allow us to deepen into our own personal selves and reflect upon the things that are needed right now and have always been to make the world a better place. With that said, today's talk is a gateway of appreciation. And that's my story, appreciation. What am I doing? I'm appreciating. And that's what I did last week was sit down and take this week off from a lot of things, not just here, and just reflect on what is it within me in the midst of all of this chaos and what appears to be destruction. What am I grateful for? What am I appreciative of? Good morning, Victoria, and thank you for being here. Pleasure to see you. And the questions came up that became overwhelming. It really had me in a place where there were so many ways that I could think of that I needed to change within myself or help others change, incite others to change, or encourage others to change. And it was, in many ways, a bit overwhelming. And I think that's what we all do. And New Year's is an amazing time. I've always thought of it as almost a waste of time. Because in most of my life, whenever I made resolutions to do something, I failed. I would do good for a month, 2 months. And then I would slip back into my old patterns of behavior and say, oh, well, there goes another year. It was a great thought, but I didn't get too far. And I think many of us can relate to that. We're human. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Julie. Happy New Year. And so, you know, as I woke up this morning, first of all, I thought I had overslept. So if I look a little sleepy, that's okay. But I've been sleeping much later in the day. I've been sleeping a long time lately, and I can't say why, other than um, I don't even know. I don't, and I try not to think about it. That's what I'm learning, is not to overthink all of the things that may appear as negative, or I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that, or and not beat myself and say I need to do this because, and make up excuses why I'm not doing what I need to do. Sound familiar? Bro, we're human. This is who we are. We're human. This is what we do. But this morning's talk is really about, what do I appreciate? What am I appreciating? Because it isn't about changing to something that's going to happen, but what's already happening within us that we're not recognizing. It's easy for us in this world, in this environment of media, I'm just going to put it media, all kinds of media, who are bombarding us with negative energies and negative things. And the only positive things that they're bombarding with are the positive things that are, how would I say, benefiting the wealthy, the very wealthy, those in power. Oh, this is wonderful. We've got blah, 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 blah. Well, we're still trying to pay the mortgage and buy the groceries, and some of us don't even have a place to live. And this is the world, not just here in America or wherever you may be, all around the world. And yet, all around the world, individuals who are in the midst of suffering have something that they appreciate. Maybe it's just their family, that's all they have. Maybe it's their animals, that's all they have. I know people that are very, very lonely, and all they have is their animals, their birds, their cats, their dogs. Yet they appreciate them. So appreciation is the key to our future. So as I started writing my show notes today, I just dove into myself, and which is usually what happens, and my guides keep throwing words out in front of me, and then I have to look them up, and it's a process. It's a process. It's not something that just, automatically, boom, we have, what am I going to talk about? And what came up for me is that New Year's has always been a time of reflection for me, rather than a time of resolutions. And as I said earlier, when we make the resolutions, most of us have a tendency to not fulfill them, or we fulfill them for a while and then they drift off into the wake of the boat we're moving in. And so I call this a gateway, meaning it's a new opening to a portal in which we have the ability to take another path, follow another current, however you want to identify a gateway, and then moving through that gateway into that park, into that space, and not know what you're going to greet or meet, or what's going to greet or meet you as you move into that space. So it's an opening. It's, how do we create an opening within ourselves for a new human experience? And the human experience is what is asking me to pause and investigate, um, what's positive rather than negative. It's easy for us to focus on the negative things and make, you know, reasons why I'm going to do this or going to do that. I'm going to let go of this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not anymore. What if we focus on what I am, who I am? What brings me joy that I want to do? And rather than focusing on the negative side of things that we have to get rid of, let's take a new attitude and say, what are the new things I want to do that make me happy, that make me appreciative of who I am? And I'm already doing them, but maybe not enough. Maybe I'm not allowing enough time or ability to do that. There are always limitations that come up. But how can I focus on the positive things that I'm doing rather than the negative things I want to get rid of? Because we fail miserably at resolutions. It's the truth. But what if we took and looked at what do we appreciate? What do we appreciate? What makes us feel good? Even if it's, just making sugar cookies. They're not good for the body that well much, but we may like them. We may like the process of making something. We may, or giving it to somebody. What can we do to create more positivity in the world rather than whining about the negativity? I know I'm tired of whining. I know I'm tired of talking. And it comes up, and the minute I start, I say, oh, there you go again, Charlie. Let it go. Let it go. It's beyond your power to change at that level that you're talking about. The only way you can create change is right here. Start here in this physical body. And when you can learn to see what is all messed up within us and change that, then we at least have a little roadmap that says, oh, I had success with doing this. I had success with, this is what I wanted. I attracted that. I brought it into my life. And even though it may be small and insignificant to others, it was something that made me lift my spirit, made my spirit light up a little bit more. It allowed the light that I truly am and the love that I truly am to sparkle a little more. And we're all dealing with this. And as Carol Lee just wrote, lead with your heart and follow through with your mind. Absolutely. Each of you have these answers within yourself. And my message today is to encourage you to trust you. Trust you. You are the only one who knows exactly what's happening within you. I'll say that again. You are the only person who knows exactly what is going on within you. And although we're grouped together in small groups, excuse me, large groups, larger groups, each one of us is a unique living presence. We have unique thoughts. They may be similar, they may be tied together, sort of like the cells in our body. They may be unique, they may be tied together, they may have a collective pattern, but each cell is unique. And you, each of us, I'm not going to say you and point my fingers. I don't like when I do that. I feel like I'm lecturing. But when we realize that we are one cell in this amazing creation, and I don't care who you believe created it, it's irrelevant. What's relevant is that we are in it. We are what it's comprised of. And can we come back into our own hearts and see ourselves for the peace, the light, and love that we truly are? And start to honor that, not for anybody out there, for us. There's nobody out there who can save us. There's no saving to be done. It's just a matter of shifting the focus of our consciousness, the brain, the mind, this beautiful, beautiful control system. And I don't say that in a negative way, because it does. It's about controlling. The problem is there's a bigger one now outside of us. And it's fighting with this one. And it's struggling for power over this one. And we have more power than it does. Can we step out of the fear and recognize the power that keeps us alive, the heart, the power that keeps the mind functioning, the heart, and come back into our hearts and say, what does my heart want? Not what my head wants. I know my voice gets soft, and I hope you can hear me. And so the key is to know and remember that we are part of this larger living presence. We're not just an individual human being. We're part of a collective whole of living beings. We're part of a planet that is a living being, and it's part of a larger being, which we still don't fully understand, and we're just exploring. We're at the beginning stage of awareness of what it really is. And our past 2 years as human beings here on planet Earth has been very distressful, and yet it has brought us great awareness and understanding of how our thinking and behavior have altered the abilities of humanity and many other life forms to survive. It's not that it's evil. The word evil is live backwards. Play that with words. It's a backward and a forward. Is it relative? It may not be truthful and it may not be relative, but it will set the wheels in motion of your mind to say, what am I understanding when I say these words? What is the meaning for me when I say the word forgiveness? What is the meaning for me when I say compassion? What is the meaning for me when I say love? Because each one of us are unique, and each one of us in this brain thinks a little bit differently than the other one. And that's the beauty of the collective whole of humanity, is we have all of these billions of brains that if they connected together in synchronicity, I'm going to use the word synchronicity, miracles happen. We don't need a corporation. We don't need a government. We never have. We have a heart, and we have a mind. And when we tune into that heart and mind and bring them together in the light that they were created and tap into that and trust it, everything will flow, just like the water starts at the top of the mountain from the clouds and trickles its way all the way down to the ocean. We are that ocean. And the word message, we are polluted. The plastic in the oceans, that's in us. We got to get rid of it. We got to clean it up. So this is my message this morning. And this awareness that the past 2 years have brought us is how much of it is out there that needs to be cleaned up. This is how much plastic there is in our beingness that doesn't serve us, and it doesn't serve humanity, it doesn't serve any life forms. It doesn't serve the trees, it doesn't serve the animals, it doesn't serve the insects, it doesn't even serve the viruses. All it is it's garbage. What do we appreciate? What is it you appreciate? I want you to think about what small things, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. Think of the word appreciation as we move forward into the year. What am I appreciating today? Who? Who am I appreciating? What am I appreciation? You know what I'm going to go through. It's who, what, when, where, why, and how. The infamous 6 questions that I hated as a child. I literally despised those words. The teachers, wow, you got it right. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I said, I don't care. I don't want to know. I just want you to leave me alone. I want to be happy. Don't keep poking me with your who, what, why, where, and how. Maybe many of you felt that way. Many of you love this, which is perfect. We certainly wouldn't be here if we didn't answer those questions. But let's look at them again. And when we look at them again, when I look at them now, I'm not fond of them because they trigger me. They trigger me with very uncomfortable answers. Who, what, when, where, why, how. So I wrote these questions. Who do we listen to when we are filled with fear and depression? These are my questions. You can make your own. But who do we listen to when we are filled with fear and depression? Do I listen to those who tell me they're leaders, they're professionals? And then when I do they take away my fear and depression? When I answer that question, I said, no, they give me more fear and depression. My brain says, well, I'm supposed to go to them when I need help. Yet when I ask for help, I get more confused. I leave it there. What? What do we truly appreciate about life and our powerful role in it? Wow. I don't feel all that powerful sometimes. And I'm certainly not feeling appreciative of a lot of things. Am I supposed to feel appreciative? What would it feel like to be appreciative for one whole day? I don't think I've ever done that. When? When is the moment we need to surrender our hearts and refocus our priorities? That one was an easy one to answer. The when is now. The when is what I'm doing. The when is what I've been doing for the past year, especially looking at things analytically and seeing what things resonate with my heart, when my heart feels compassion or love or wants to send kindness, wants to help and assist others, knowing that my helping them helps me feel accomplished, make me feel self-loving, that I have the ability to do this, even in the midst of my own misery and suffering, whatever that may be. I still have the ability to reach out and help somebody in some small way. And I send that, and I do that with love from my heart. And it can just be giving somebody a lollipop. Doesn't have to be big. This is what I've learned this past year. And I see the world coming and doing more small things. They will create the big things. The big things are all made out of all the small things. The collective of humanity is made up by the individuals, you and you and you and me. It's like the cells in our body. The body is made up of all of these cells. Billions, trillions, more than populate, probably more cells live in our body than humans live on planet Earth. Yet every single one has a role. Every single one has something that it's very good at. And that's what we're needing to find in ourselves is what are we good at? What small, what seemingly insignificant thing that brings light and love or peace to somebody else can we find in ourselves to do? And let's busy ourselves with that rather than worrying and arguing with each other about who's right and who's wrong. So let's see, we've got who, what, when. I think I answered when it's right now. It's right now, this moment. We need to surrender our hearts and refocus our priorities. Where else but within our hearts can we begin to clear away our emotional pain? Emotional pain resonates in here before it gets here. Emotional pain is caused by blockage. It's sort of like you have a blockage in your artery or you have a blockage in your intestines. There's going to be pain and there's going to be suffering. And it's our hearts that we're learning how to deepen into. And our hearts are like these wells that everybody's throwing trash in. And we got to clean all the trash out, all the debris. It's like an ancient site. You got to keep digging and digging and digging. And then finally you'll get to, it's like a well, you'll get to the water, but the water is polluted. Now you have to clean the water. Yet beneath all of that is the source of that water. It's the inner part of Mother Earth. In our hearts, it's the inner part of who we truly are. So where else can we begin to clear away our emotional pain but in our hearts? So start digging. Start throwing the trash away. And eventually you'll find it becomes a little funny because you'll find stuff there that, holy crap, where did that come from? I don't remember that. And many of you are going through this naturally right now. This is part of this change of the past year anyway, is opening that heart. And that's, don't be afraid that there's too much or you can't handle it. You are designed specifically to handle it. Why? Why have we not trusted the amazing true self that began life as a heartbeat? That's how we began life. A heartbeat. No heartbeat, no life. Whether the heartbeat is done on its own or somebody else makes the heartbeat, it's only then that we're alive. I can tell you from near-death experiences that no heart, no life as we know it in this human body. So we have to trust that true self. First, we have to find that true self. That true self is down in that heart. And we have to go digging to find it and bring it out. And when we do, there's a burst of light in us that is I'm unable to put into words. But it's brighter than a million suns. And it's that light that once we tap into it becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. And the brighter it gets, the more love we are able to give to each other and to all of planet Earth. The last word is how. How can we live more joyfully? And in better harmony. My note says, and I better harmony. I better correct that. And in better harmony and balance with each other. How? By trusting. Who do we trust? Who do we trust but our own self? Our heart. The heart that we've realigned and brought back into full strength. And we do this gently and slowly, kindly. And so when we use the word compassion for others, how can we have compassion for others if we don't have compassion for ourselves? So I ask you all to love yourself, to have compassion for yourself, to know that without the beautiful being you truly are, all of our resolutions are defunct. All of our hopes and dreams have no energy without this heart that you are. And I honor each and every one of you. I honor each and every one of you because in and within each and every one of you, I am there. And what I'm learning is within me, each one of you are there. The story of no separation exists as a story, as do many of our teachings. They exist as stories. How do we take those stories and bring them to life? Sort of like movies. Movies are all written first. Movies were thoughts before they were written. And it goes from the thought to the form, and then the form changes into something that can be seen, something that can touch us on a level where we see ourselves in that movie. My guides are saying, that's what you need to do, Charlie. Create a movie this year. No, I'm not going to create a movie. But the reality is that we are that movie. And the movie has a very happy ending. We just haven't written it yet. I love you all so much. It's such a joy to be here and speak to you, speak from my heart. And I'm going to read a poem, or I call them writings, that came yesterday from in the Global Heart Team, which we send love and light to the world. And it was about personal heart value. Deep within each of us, let me move this over so I can read it better. Deep within each of us is a place of the highest value, a generator of unending compassion, waiting for us to release it. It can only be reached by fully surrendering to all of the obstacles that have surrounded it. It is our personal heart from which we live, and we need not seek it, as it is already deep within us. It is now calling us home, getting louder and louder as it is needed right now. More than ever before. And I'm going to put that here in the comments for you. It's my gift to you. You can also find it on the Global Heart Team or my page on Facebook. It'll be posted with a picture later today. But I offer this to you as my gift, my New Year's gift. And I ask each and every one of you to really look within and know that each one of you are truly what is needed by all of us. I need you. My dog needs you. The trees in my yard need you. The water in the river needs you. And this year, find something that needs you and be there. And be proud and be happy and feel the love. 2022 is about bringing back the love, the light, and the peace will flow. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. One heart, one love, one unity, oneness. Let's Let's do it together. Bless you all. I'll read your comments later. Thank you all for being here. I wish you a very, very happy new year, wherever you are around the world. And I know that each of you in your own celebrations, based on your, religious teachings or your local community, honor them by being who you truly are and showing up with your heart open. We'll see you next Friday morning, and bless you all. And if you enjoy my talks, share them with others. And my purpose here is just to share what comes through me. It's not me as a human being being somebody who's more brilliant than you or anybody else. I'm just sharing my story. And I'm sure each one of you have stories. And maybe it's time for you to start sharing your stories. Maybe that's your next path. Love you all. Thank you, Humanity Healing. We'll see you next week.